Yo, what it do, brothers? You are now tuned in to all that rah-rah with your Hebrew brother, Milo Judah. What's going on, brothers? So, brothers, in the Bible, in the book of Proverbs, chapter 2, verse 11, it says, "Discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee." Right? And the book of Ecclesiasticus, which is, of course, in the Apocrypha, you have chapter 33 and verse 29. It says, "But be not excessive toward any, and without discretion do nothing." Right? So we always have to exercise discretion. Right? And of course, we know discretion, it can mean when knowing when to speak on certain things and when not to speak on certain things. Right? And that also goes into wisdom. Right? You have to exercise wisdom and discretion in this life. And the reason that I decided to start this video off with that scripture is because the video that we are going to analyze is a video with a woman and a man arguing. They were a couple, husband and wife. And of course, the woman ended up putting the man's business out while they were on Facebook Live. And the man ended up unaliving her. Right now, of course, we don't condone that as far as the man unaliving the woman. But we also keep it real. Right? We do real and rare analysis on this channel. And I can only speak to what I know, what I see, and what I believe. Right? And I say all that to say, most women don't understand discretion. Most women don't understand wisdom and when to use discretion, when to say certain things, and when to hold their tongue. Right? Now, also in the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, in chapter 5, at verse 13, it says, "Honor and shame is in talk, and the tongue of a man is his fall." Right? In chapter 8 and verse 3, it says, "Strive not with a man that is full of tongue, and heap not wood upon his fire." Right? So basically, don't add fuel to the fire. If a man is already mad or angry, or whatever the case may be, don't add fuel to it by saying certain things that's just going to make him more angry. Right? But the thing is, in this society, that's not how the woman is taught. The woman is taught to get the last word in, to hit below the belt. Right? She wants to make you feel a way if she's feeling a way. Women have said it, "Oh, I just wanted him to feel the way that I felt." Right? A lot of them have said that. So I say all of that to say they don't necessarily understand the difference in power. When I say power, I mean physical power between a man and a woman. A ton of women think that they can fight men. And, there are some strong broads out here who can probably whoop a man's ass, but that's not the majority. That's not the rule. That is the exception. For the most part, if you line up 10 men and 10 women, it's going to be 10 women going home getting their ass kicked. And no, I don't condone violence against women. I'm just speaking to biology and the fact of the matter. Right? So I say all of that to say, if a woman is into it with her man or into it with her husband, it would behoove her to not say certain things that will set him off. Right? It's one thing to disagree. It's one thing to have an argument. But once you start going into a man's business and putting it out on live, on Facebook Live, for everyone to know, and if you already know what type of man this man is, then honestly, you're asking for your demise. Because, if he's willing to do things to his friends, why wouldn't he do it to you? Right, so with all that being said, brothers, we are going to go ahead and do some real and rare analysis on this live video. Brothers, let's get it, man.
You press that button to hear your search history every fucking day. The same shit with Quan. That was a lie about what he said about the shit with Quan. You snow through that snowball at the glass at the screen door while I was recording her. Quan did slide up and say, "Who is that?"
Somebody lied.
hold on, this what you lied at. You sat right here and said, set that shit up for her to talk to him so you can rob Quan. That's what you said. That's how the whole them start talking started. It wasn't nothing about me and that shit at all. I translated the message, and that's how that shit happened.
So first off, if you ask me, she's too hype. She is entirely too hype. And there's nothing wrong with being passionate, but when you hype like that, it's no telling what's going to fly out your lips. And she's holding the phone to her face, pretty much letting it be known that, you know, dude set somebody up to get robbed on live. So I don't understand where she thinks this is going to go from here, but it can't go anywhere positive from here.
How the hell they continue to go on there?
When she got caught, and she came and got that table, we got a new table. That's when she FaceTimed him on my phone. He didn't answer her. When she had done left, he called back, and I didn't answer because she wasn't here.
Okay, so
when you came, it was a missed call.
Where the light?
You said you better like me and him. You said it was a lie that for me and him that's what's going on. No, it fuck. You wanted to rob him.
You still like prove the lie. All you doing is trying to damn drop the business. All you trying to do is damn tell.
No, I'm saying that you lying.
At the end of the day, I don't care. I was gonna rob the fuck nigga.
Okay, so why you keep doing it?
What is your point in saying that I lied?
Because you are lying.
You really wanted to drop the business.
You lying.
You really wanted to just drop the business. Just say, oh well, shit, the whole time going on. You said,
but no, because you sit around.
You haven't proved the lie.
So from what I'm hearing is he asked her, where's the lie? And she pretty much said the lie is you saying that I have something going on with the dude. And he said, you haven't proved that I lied. You just wanted to drop the business. Which is, you know, he set someone up to get robbed. Right. And I don't know if you heard him, but as she was talking, he said, showing that he was listening to everything that she was saying. And like I said, man, she's too hype. She's not really thinking straight. Right? She's just letting words come out of her mouth, not necessarily understanding where this could possibly go. And honestly, she does understand where this could possibly go because she's speaking about things that he's done. Right, so, I mean, she's just showing out because she's on live.
You sit around making like that's like squeeze. You sit around, you making like somebody did something fucked up. You whole time you be trying to do something fucked up to them, and that's how some shit be like
You
happen.
know why I was gonna rob the bitch? Because why the fuck is he on your page in your inbox?
He waited. You
Why the fuck?
lied.
Did he slide
What the
in?
fuck?
So you just said
He slid up by
You didn't
snow.
say that, he just slid up on your snap.
By snow.
What the fuck? I don't give a fuck what he said. Why the fuck is he on there when I already mentioned it?
I ain't get mad because you telling the full truth. That's what that is.
Ain't no damn full truth. The fuck?
What did it say?
It is, bitch.
So it sounds like his real issue is her having something going on with someone else. Right? And she's telling him that he's lying. And instead of sticking to that point, she brings up other things that he's done. Right? And on top of that, man, she got her damn friend on the phone. Brothers, let me tell you something, man. If you're dealing with a woman who has friends who are combative towards you, and, you know, when you and your woman have a disagreement and she feels that it's necessary to add her 2 cents, man, brother, you might as well cut that woman off because it's not going to get any better with a woman like that who has friends like that, because she's not going to feel as if it's her place to check her friend. Right? I mean, this broad just called this man a bitch. Seeing that the situation between the two, the man and his wife, is already, you know, it's a hostile situation. The environment is hostile. He's fussing at her about a man. She's telling his business. And you on the phone going off talking about why he mad because you telling the real business. This don't have anything to do with you. Right? And, you know, just as a man, I'm not saying this right or wrong, but just as a man, the moment someone calls you out your name like that, it's going to piss you off. Right? And it's like, at this point, you allowing your friend to talk to me like that. So, seeing that, you know, the way this video ended, you already know that this dude wasn't in his right mind. And you would allow your friend to talk to him like that, knowing what type of nigga he is. Come on, man.
He said, somebody told me, so y'all was gonna ride, Quan. That's what I heard. KB, we ain't getting out because he done lied, so it's time to keep lying.
Okay.
What you say, friend?
I said, tell everything, bitch. You want to tell a sideways story?
Yeah, and all of it's about money. Every time he get mad, okay, boom. Y'all, I posted a little cruise picture, went out of time. He went down there, broke, fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I told him when I got the money to sit in my phone, because I broke my phone when I got down there, as soon as we got there. I told him good when I get my mama, my sister to send me this money, like, I'm not responsible for your gambling. I even told him, like, I sent money out of my son's savings account to my sister because they got the same kind of bank. So I did bank to bank. So I'm telling her, this is my son's money. You gonna have to put this shit back. As soon as we leaving the court, y'all, this nigga start, like, a whole bitch attitude. I'm like, damn, anybody even did shit. We were just chilling, we was vibing.
Yeah. See, these are the type of women who end up getting hands put on them by men. Because, number one, what does all of this have to do with Facebook? Nobody on Facebook should be aware of any of this information, but you giving it to us. Right? On top of that, you making him look horrible. You making him sound horrible. You letting your friend call him broke. You letting your friend call him a broke bitch, to be specific. Right? And you're telling Facebook that you're not responsible for his gambling. Okay, so he has a gambling problem. Okay, so all around, he's just a fuck up. He's just a failure. And, you know, you're married to him, but you're clowning him on Facebook, already knowing that this man will get you up out of here. So at this point, your friend is asking to get you extremely hurt or fatally hurt, and you're asking for it yourself to, you know, be extremely injured or fatally injured. Real talk.
He got a whole attitude off of them. I know you don't fuck with them niggas. You don't fuck with them niggas. Oh yeah, you don't fuck. I know who it is. You don't fuck Squeeze. You don't fuck Squeeze. So I'm like, bitch, nobody fuck no damn Squeeze. What's wrong with you? Like, I ain't on my kids. I put this on my baby right now. She can die.
How many times have this man got called a bitch in this video? And I'm not saying it's right for him to react the way that he did or eventually will, but you have to understand the temperament of a man. Men don't allow other men to call them a bitch, let alone women continuously calling him a bitch, thinking that nothing is going to happen. See, it's a such thing as situational awareness. And situational awareness goes into discretion, and it also goes into wisdom, right? And if you don't have any awareness of the situation that you are in, you can say certain things or do certain things that will get you harmed, or that could get you unalived, right? And this woman is doing these things and allowing her friend to do those as well. Like I said, none of this stuff is Facebook's business or whatever social media platform she was on, but I do believe that it was Facebook. I think I remember the day that this stuff happened. Right, and a lot of times, brothers, you know, like I said, man, a lot of times I see this stuff when it happens and I get around to actually making a video about it later. Like, I have a video about David Benavidez supposed to be accepting a fight against Artur Beterbiev that I haven't put out yet. Right? And, you know, if those two fought, then that would be an extremely interesting fight. But the thing is, Artur Beterbiev's age is the question. But, you know, I'm starting to digress. But the point is, I saw this video when it came out. And, you know, I'm starting to get around to it now. But even still, it's still significant. It's still highly important because, you know, it's a lesson to be taught on both ends. Men do need to learn how to control their emotions. At the same time, they do not need to be dealing with a woman like this who can bring out the worst in them. You understand that? But also women need to understand that, you know, any man could snap if you're talking to him crazy. Any man could snap if you're talking to him crazy, if you're calling him out his name. I haven't heard this man call her out her name yet. Right? He hasn't called her friend out of her name yet. But they continuously disrespect this man and emasculate this man. already knowing what type of man he is on top of that. See, that's the thing that I'm not understanding. And that's where the lack of situational awareness is showing itself because, you know, you flat out embarrassing this dude. Right? So you have to understand something is going to happen. Period.
Yo, I ain't never fucked no Squeeze. I ain't never been around Squeeze. I seen Squeeze one time. They was at his dad's house at a party. All my kids, I never went around that nigga.
So have you ever been around him or have you not?
Now your bitch ass went lying. Oh, she trying to fuck with my baby daddy. She fucking with the wrong one. Doing all this popping on the phone. I didn't know he's sitting right here. Got the phone on speaker. Let me listen. I'm about to go down there and beat her ass. We went down there because she popping to him like, oh, I'm gonna beat your baby mama ass. We get down there. She didn't know we together. She texted me like, oh, I'm at a game. You should have been came. Then she telling him, oh, I'm finna beat your baby mama ass. What ass? Cause not that one. Not that one. Not that one, baby. I wanted to see that. And yeah, so he hadn't fucked her. I was FaceTiming her, while fucking him and shit like that, just harassing her, fucking with her. So she fell back, but she was a trick. Y'all hop on the shield, got them, give you a little bread. She thought you gonna make some bread, she'll give you some. Yeah, she wasn't them.
Everything she just said is just dumb nigga babble, to be honest. It's just stupid. Like, it was no substance in anything she said, but I mean, she has a septum piercing in her nose, so what really can I expect?
She said she'll watch us for they watch baddies. They're not what if this shit stir up beef and your husband get hurt. Well, baby, Sierra Williams, if it start up beef, he got his ass on live. And guess what? Don't get on here lying because now I'm telling everything. Because now you been lying on me. And it's really frustrating. It's really aggravating when every time you hear your nigga pick up the phone, he on the phone spraying your name. Yeah, you know my girl was fucking such. This nigga ain't never touched me. Why are you lying on me?
Well, I say this because if I remember correctly, I do believe that that man went live first. And, you know, he was saying certain things about her in regards to who she was dealing with sexually. Right? but even still, you have to understand who you are dealing with and who you are around. Right? Now, what I will say to that is, brothers, you can't control someone's response. You can't control someone's reaction to something you've done to them or said to them. Right? But at the same time, you know, that's why I started this video off with wisdom and discretion, because even still, with him going live and saying certain things about her, knowing what type of dude he is, the best thing for her to do is to ghost him. Now, I do understand that they are married, and that's easier said than done. But if she really wanted to, she could have. Right? I'm a firm believer in that, man. And you know what? I do remember him going live because he stated how, you know, he used to put hands on her. And I believe, you know, he stated one day how he locked her in a closet or in a bathroom or something. And, you know, he put hands on her for hours on end at a time. And he said he let her go. Right? Not that she got away. She said she got away, but he said he let her go. Right? So, I mean, this man did all that to you, and you still found it smart to go on Facebook Live and tell all of his business. And he wasn't afraid to let Facebook know that he did that to you. So what else do you think that he would do to you if he felt like the situation, you know, was deep enough for it to happen? That man will definitely get you up out of here.
Why are you lying on me? I never touched a nigga. I ain't been around a nigga.
Alright, my phone.
Then,
I'll give you a shot.
now, let me finish. I'm on live. You had them 2 hours.
You finna go on your live.
Now you want the phone back.
No, I gave you a shot.
Oh, I ain't get to tell you. I ain't get to tell about Udi. Then,
I swear you'll die.
I gotta die like that. You told my shit.
Come on.
See, she done said everything that she could possibly say. And she didn't really get the response that she wanted. He remained calm. So then she had to bring up a name. And it seems as if that name was the wrong name to bring up, because he said, "You're going to die by that." And, you know, she still being hype. Oh, I got to die by that? Like, the situation being serious. The moment you began to, as he stated, drop the business, it was serious right there. And then you allow your friend to talk to him crazy. You talking to him crazy. You talking crazy about him on the internet, calling him all out his name. The man probably was just over there boiling, right? And he was probably willing to, just put hands and feet on you. But the moment you said that name, is the moment you took it too damn far. And that's where discretion comes in. As many things as you have said, he probably was willing to let it go. Not necessarily let it go. I swear, it's not funny, man. But, he was probably willing to just take it to the boxing ring, for lack of better words. But now he has to unalive you because you took it too far. Women don't understand that their mouth can cause so many issues, or it can fix so many issues. They don't understand how powerful their tongue is, or how powerful their tongue can be. Right? A lot of times they just want to be right. A lot of times they just want to explain themselves. And at times it's nothing wrong with that, but there are other times where over-explaining yourself can make situations so much worse. And see, like she stated, it's frustrating for every time you look up for your dude to go live and he's talking about you and talking about who you slept with. Like, I understand the premise of her frustration, but what I can't get behind is the reaction. And like I stated, you can't control someone's reaction or response, but there has to be a level of wisdom that people have, that women are being taught in their childhood, to understand when to just walk away, to understand not to even deal with this type of man in the first place. So, when y'all do have disagreements, this isn't a possibility. I mean, it's always a possibility if things go, far enough to the left. But the point is, if you're dealing with a man who has his head on his shoulders, he's not going to allow you to talk to him like that by shutting it down in the first place, right? Hey, woman, I'm not dealing with that bullshit. And if you try it again, you get the scissors. So women have to be taught this stuff in their childhood. Men have to be taught this stuff in their childhood as well, not to deal with a woman who will belittle him like this for the world to see it. And now you feel so low that the only way that you can, feel better in some type of way is to put your hands on her. And I understand you feel as if you have to defend yourself, but the best way to defend yourself is to not deal with a woman like this at all. That way you don't have to defend yourself. So this couple is just toxic in the first place. And the fact that they are bringing all of their business to Facebook, neither one of them should be expecting anything positive to come out of it. But, our people, man. The book even tell you in Deuteronomy chapter 28 that, the man and the woman, for the most part, they're not going to get along. I believe it's in, chapter 28, verse 53 and verse 54, somewhere up in there. You can look that up for yourself. But yeah, let's continue.
Damn, bitch.
I gotta die if I tell what happened.
Give me my phone.
That's crazy, y'all. I ain't really gonna die about it, so y'all won't know that tea right now.
Give me my phone.
Mark done got quiet. Where he at? He right.
Yeah, I mean, you just taking it too far. You turning the camera on the man, you putting his business out. You done said the man had a gambling addiction. You let your friend call him broke. You done call him a B plenty of times. I mean, you just took it too far. So, now he said you gotta die about it. And your friend not even taking it serious. Damn, bitch. Like, I stated earlier though, man, she was asking for And I literally say that because she knows the type of dude that she's dealing with. It would be one thing for her to be dealing with a square. And honestly, this type of dude is a square. Don't get it twisted. But when I say a square, I mean someone that she knows for a fact wouldn't put hands on her. That she knows for a fact wouldn't touch her. Right? That she could talk to crazy. But she knows what type of dude he is. She knows what he's put her through in the past physically. So for her to continue to talk like this, she's asking for it. And that man was just over there letting it fester.
He getting mad 'cause he don't like the truth coming out.
God damn. That boy snatched the ass up, didn't it? Hey, listen, brothers. You have to teach your daughters in their childhood not to deal with these type of dudes, man. Right? You have to teach your daughters situational awareness and to understand when to shut their mouths. Right? You have to do that. Because they can end up in a situation where they can end up getting themselves harmed very badly or fatally harmed. And I understand, man, for brothers who have daughters, that's your baby girl. I get it. I get it. You're going to defend her with all your heart. I get it. But at the same time, when she becomes of age and she's an adult, the things that you've taught her in her childhood, they are going to show. Or, you know, the lack thereof is going to show. You know? You can see a lot of so-called black women going through this today, dealing with men who are not good for them, but they don't understand how to choose good men. Their pickers are off. So therefore, they are going through a lot of trauma in their teenage years, in their early 20s, mid-20s, late 20s. And I mean, they end up with men who continuously abuse them physically, mentally, emotionally, disrespect them. So it starts with us, so-called black men. As fathers, we have to teach our daughters which men to choose. Also, we have to teach our sons which women to choose. Right? It goes both ways. So therefore, it starts with you choosing a good woman to procreate with. That way, you can show it in the home first and foremost. Right? And that's the thing. A lot of brothers try to get on social media and try to be teachers. Brothers, it starts in your home. How are you treating your wife? How are you treating your son? How are you treating your daughter? What is your relationship like with the Most High when no one is looking? Right? That's where this stuff matters the most at. A man is the king of his home first and foremost. Right? And you teach the next man how to be a king of his home. And that's how communities are built. You have individual kings of their home. They come together. They put together their heads for ideas. Right? But at the end of the day, every man runs his home the way he sees fit. And men have to understand that that starts with choosing and procreating with a good woman. You understand that? And at the same time, you know, in this society, teaching their daughters what man to look for. Right? And for brothers who are into the scriptures, you know, brothers should be heavily involved in their daughter's courting process. Right? And that comes with having conversations with your daughter when she's young, conversing with her. Right? Allowing her to be vulnerable with you, allowing your son to be vulnerable with you. Not being so tough. You don't have to be a lion in your home. It's okay. You know, you don't have to roar all the time. You roar when need be. It's okay to be a nurturer in the home, so-called black man. All right. And I know I'm starting to digress. That's not what this video is necessarily about. But, you know, when we don't raise our children right, they end up in situations like this where they can just end up in so much trouble. our sons and our daughters, right? Because not only did this man unalive this woman, he ended up unaliving himself, right? So we want our sons' mental stability to be there. We want them to be mentally stable, right? We don't want them allowing anyone, let alone a woman, to emasculate them. We don't want our daughters allowing men to put their hands on them. So, with that being said, brothers, that's all that real and rare analysis, man. The woman just has to learn discretion, and that starts with her being taught wisdom and discretion in her childhood so that she doesn't end up in situations like this. Yo.